Hailing from the Midwest region of the United States, we introduce to you the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. I'm Jonathan. To my left, we have...
Ching bong, Ed.
To his left, we have... It's Grant. And then to his left, we have... Noah. Okay, so we're continuing to talk about the different E3 press conferences.
Good work, Ed.
I got no bodily noise I want to make right now.
No.
Okay, as I said, we are continuing our discussions after the different press
E3.
conferences of E3 2016.
Super stoked.
Bethesda just got finished with theirs a little
Holy
bit ago.
crap.
They had a lot of cool stuff. Suffice it to say, we were way more
Holy
impressed
crap.
with this one than we were EA's.
We also like Bethesda a lot more.
Yeah,
I
so we
kinda
might have a
just
smaller
like
bias.
looking at the scenery. Scenery's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course, Ed has never really played a Bethesda game.
He hasn't played
so-
any of the games that they showed, but Ed, you were pretty
Why am
impressed,
I
weren't
on
you?
this?
No, but like, what did you think,
What are
Ed?
games?
Okay, well, I realize I've never played any of the games, but I've seen some of Skyrim before, and I'm always like, oh yeah, that would have looked really awesome. And I don't know. I mean, like I said, the scenery's awesome, which that just makes any game better, I think.
Whatever the like,
yeah, but
area
then
that you're
even
in
the
is cool.
storyline, and you guys were saying the storylines tend to be good from Bethesda. I mean, they
Yeah.
all seemed like they were pretty cool. I mean, the Doom one, I'm not super into. The whole, like,
Doom
hell
doesn't
thing.
have a storyline. That's the point of Doom.
Okay.
You just
Yeah.
murder.
It does have a
demons.
storyline, but it's
yeah.
It's not about the
It-
storyline.
yeah,
No.
it's
about,
about
the gory.
It's about
nonsense
you
that
are in
you
this
do.
place. There's that in front of you, and you want to be on the other side of it. So let's
Murder
go
it.
through it with a chainsaw. That's what it is.
or just rip its skull
So you
from
kind
its
of
head.
forgive the campaign, kinda
Right.
like Mario Kart.
So speaking of which, you guys want to just start with the Doom stuff they talked
Sure.
about, or do you want to go in order of the different things they announced? 'Cause
let's
Doom
go
wasn't
in
mentioned
order.
till-
yeah,
okay.
in order would be better.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
so
Quake.
they started stuff off with announcing Quake Champions,
Mhm.
a new competitive arena style shooter for the PC only, which I found interesting. It's they
Original
are trying
Quake.
they're trying to gear it for both the new and original players, designed for esports.
Yeah, I was gonna say, are they really pushing?
It's an
just-
arena
they are.
shooter,
just
so
for
I'd assume
esports?
it's
yeah.
centered around esports.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and they said they're going to
When QuakeCon or whatever it is.
Yeah, they're talking more
Yeah.
in August.
So
They'll be. They said Bethesda said a lot of different things of like, and there'll be more about this at QuakeCon. So,
Yeah.
needless to say, any questions you may have, they're gonna be answered in August.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea. In the
Yeah,
long run.
I mean,
Mhm.
I've never played Quake and I've never played Doom, so
But they
these
played
games
a
I'm gonna
first-person
be
shooter.
yes.
Then you've played.
Yeah,
And you're-
yeah. I mean, I don't particularly care. I know that they're big games and they have big
There's-
fan bases.
They have their spot in history for
Yeah,
a reason.
yeah.
So I'm happy to see a new not IP,
Right.
new.
new
Yeah.
project. from
But
them.
to be fair, it doesn't resonate with us because that wasn't our generation.
right, that
of
was before.
gaming.
us.
So I feel like
I
if
wish
we,
that was my generation.
yeah, I feel like if we would
We
have
were
been a
cool.
part of that crowd,
Kind of. I'm not
then
sure.
Doom would be so much more amazing to us.
Right.
than
I
it is.
have played Doom on the Xbox One a little bit.
Yeah, that's something that they
I-
announced.
Mhm.
is
Yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
they're
They're the
gonna
beta
do
for the
the-
week or whatever.
Well, it's gonna be like for this upcoming week, the first
demo
level's free.
demo disc.
Basically,
Yeah,
yeah.
basically, you get to download the first
Which I mean,
level
yeah.
for free, which I might go ahead and do
Well,
just
yeah,
to see what it's
'cause
all
it's
about.
free.
Because
Might
I
as
played
well.
the first level actually before on a friend's Xbox, and it's really fun.
Yep.
Like I really enjoy it, and you kick people's skulls in.
Well, I mean that opening cinematic it showed during their conference about him like grabbing the demon and smashing his face into
Yeah.
the side
That's
of the
the
thing.
game.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
basically how it
impressive.
starts, isn't
That's
it?
pretty fun.
I
Yeah.
appreciate the main guys. Hello to those of us online because hey, we were online, so I was like, hey.
Yeah, we were like,
thanks
"Hi,
for the
man.
acknowledgement."
Thanks,
I
Betty."
mean, if you think about it, there's more people watching online. Probably
yeah.
than
Yeah.
there, considering you could hear one person screaming.
the
the
entire
entire
time.
Was it a guy or a girl? What do
It
you
was a
think?
girl.
I thought
She
it
was
was a girl.
she was
It was for,
excited about everything like related to
She's-
Elder Scrolls.
Mhm.
Yeah, she's the
Holy cow.
person that
She was
they
their
paid
hype
to-
man.
Yeah, she was.
She's the person they paid to do.
They're
the
like,
hype.
all right, Darlene, this is what you're gonna do for this conference.
Stick it, darling.
Speaking of Elder Scrolls Online, they tended to talk about a lot of the past accomplishments they've had. They talked about the Elder Scrolls Online, when they launched Fallout Shelter, Fallout 4, and then of course Doom.
There was a lot of DLC stuff that they announced at the first half.
For
Yeah,
Elder
quite a
Scrolls, I
bit.
feel like what it was like, hey, we're a good game now.
We got better. We're not making you pay ridiculous amounts of money to play it
Yeah.
after you bought the game.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was kind of like they already saved face by changing the system.
Yeah.
But it was kind of more of a like, we got you. Everything's
Yeah.
still good.
Yeah, we're still fixing stuff.
Yeah, and
We're still working on it.
they're still trying to get people
Yeah.
to join the community. I have only recently started playing Elder Scrolls Online, and it's a lot of fun.
I think you're the only one that has here.
Yeah, probably.
Did you pay for it?
I bought the game, yeah.
Did you pay a lot of money for it?
No, I didn't pay any sort of subscription. I was like, no, that's bullcrap.
Did
I'm not doing that.
How much money did you pay for it?
$40.
That's too much.
Anyways, then they continued
I
to
need to be
talk.
able to get my game with a Big Mac.
I got
Then-
families to
then,
feed.
then they
Yeah,
continued
me
to
to
talk
feed,
about
exactly.
Elder Scrolls Legend, which is basically their version of Hearthstone, if you think about it.
Yeah, they were trying
it's
very hard to say
not-
it's Hearthstone without saying it's
looks,
Hearthstone.
it looks kind
yeah.
of a little bit. I mean, everything's based off of magic.
Yeah.
But you
Yeah.
know, it reminded me of there's some other card game that has been circulating recently. Exactly. I can't think of the
Uno.
name. I can't think of the name. No, but they have the same like evolution thing. Like while you're playing the card. You
Digimon.
Can, yeah, there you go. Exactly.
Exactly.
Actually, you're not wrong. Probably. I've never
I
played
don't know.
Digimon.
I haven't either.
I can beat you in Hearthstone though.
I've never played Hearthstone, so
That's
there you
why.
go. Okay.
And then, of course, during their whole opening cinematic, I think that's like the only whoopsie moment that they really had.
Oh,
when they,
because
like-
I don't think it was on their end. It was something.
I think it
in
might have been
bet-
on IG.
It may have been IGN.
I think
Maybe
it was
something
IGN.
streaming for us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
because we didn't get to
calling
see
you
their
out.
cinematic of their card game. But
yeah, which
whatever.
I wasn't terribly disappointed
Yeah,
in
don't
because
really
the
care a
cinematic
whole
wasn't.
lot.
It didn't really suck me in, and I couldn't wait for it to be over. So.
I mean, the thing with cinematics for card games. What's
They're
the
not
point?
gonna pay a lot. For
What's the
animation.
point?
Yeah.
No, like seriously, just show how the game is played.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And like what is innovation, like what is innovative about
this
your
particular
card game? Yeah.
Right.
Like
Which, because I
they-
doubt that there really was any, they're like, oh, we'll just throw this together.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
we'll throw
I've
this
never played it.
multi-million-dollar project together. Yeah, just throw it.
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Now,
Anyway.
in saying that, I haven't tried it, so I don't want to knock it too much. But
Right.
it didn't really.
The Witcher had a card game
Get me.
that got kind of popular.
Right. Yeah. That was just a part of the game.
Mm-hmm. And,
That
it's,
being-
and it's an interesting concept compared to other card games because you literally only have like 10 cards in your hand,
Mm-hmm.
or not in your entire deck. You only have like 10 cards, and you can play them at any time. But like when they're dead, they're dead.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
So it's like a I don't know how to
Yeah,
play
and
it.
then
never played it.
attached to their whole thing about Elder Scrolls Legends, they announced that it is coming to mobile platforms. So your iPad, your iPhone, and different things like
Which
that.
is kind of to be assumed, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, yeah. But continuing on, they ended up talking about Fallout 4 editions as well as some big updates for Fallout Shelter, which that was kind of cool. Have you guys played Fallout Shelter? At all?
No. And I haven't
I've
played
seen
Fallout
a
4.
friend- I know-
would
I know
like
how to
to
play
play
it.
Fallout 4.
I know the gist of it. Yeah.
I think I got Fallout and BioShock confused.
BioShocks are good. Those are good games.
Yeah,
Those are my favorite series. To be
and-
honest.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
really like them.
Yeah.
I really like the first two. And
I
I've
loved Infinite.
I've never finished Infinite. I've watched it 3 times.
Yeah.
Like playthroughs.
It's so good.
I've never finished it.
I still have all 3 of them, and they're on my
It's on
infinite
your back burner,
backlog,
your huge backlog. Yeah.
which may or may not ever.
You're-
I might be in my deathbed and like, you know what?
your
Screw it. What
oven
the
must-
heck? I'm
your oven
really
must be
fine.
really long. The back burner's just like good
Yeah.
going for mine.
Yeah.
But I think it's one thing that I thought was kind of cool is that Fallout Shelter will be on the PC. Now that being said, I feel like it is very much a mobile game, so I don't
You
understand
say.
how that's gonna work. But
I
it was
mean,
interesting.
It's the same.
Whatever.
Yeah,
we'll
whatever.
talk about
yeah,
something.
it doesn't,
Yeah.
doesn't really
Because
matter.
we
doesn't
don't really
doesn't really matter the platform
care.
really.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But
It's an
I just-
it's
it
an
was-
interesting
it was
game
cool.
that like literally had millions of players when it was like
Yeah.
first out like day
Yeah.
one, you know. So that's why it's a big deal. But
Yeah.
they're just trying to add numbers, more
Yeah.
stats
Again,
to their
yeah.
game. You know, like
right.
number
The-
one
pad
PC
their
game.
stats,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, and they were they also added some other stuff to it, like you can send your dwellers on quests and stuff like that. And I thought that was kind of
That's
interesting.
interesting.
Yeah,
I play the game, so
before
that
you could,
was
like-
intriguing to me.
Before you could like send your villagers, not villagers, you could send people out.
Dwellers.
Yeah, you could send them out.
Yeah, you can send them
do-
out to collect stuff,
it
but now you
would-
can send them on specific quests, look for certain things.
Go help the village.
Yeah.
The village.
It looks like you can have a little
village
bit more
people need help.
customization to it as well.
Yeah.
And then they also had a bunch of Fallout 4 editions. I didn't get a chance to take note of
Basically,
every single one
they
of them, but there's
took
a lot
what
of stuff.
people liked on the PC mods.
Yeah, and they're
and
making
made it
DLC that'll
themselves.
work. For
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
which it
So
looks
basically
interesting.
what
It
it
looks
Is
interesting.
Stealing
Fallout
content.
essentially Hunger Games Catching Fire Part 1?
Exactly. It's exactly like it. They
That's what I
literally read the book. They stopped at page number 566.
Oh,
And they said, this first half. This is what
Shoot.
we're making into a game.
I knew it.
Yeah.
See, I read
Back
the book.
in like 19 whenever.
Right, so I just completely bullcrap that. I don't even know if there is a page 566. I'm
I was
assuming.
I was
there
gonna
is.
say I'm pretty
Maybe.
sure like those books are like 100 pages.
It's just like a little flip book.
There's pictures in the center of Katniss, and that's about it.
Woo!
Anyways, and then after all that, they went ahead and announced a Skyrim Remastered Special Edition.
Yay!
which that-
Maybe
that-
I'll play through the game finally. I
started
never finished
Skyrim.
it.
I started Skyrim and made some choices that I didn't know there were alternatives to at the beginning.
You killed people.
No, I think it was like at the beginning. Apparently, when they're like you're suffering from the dragon attack or whatever,
You
and
you can
followed.
choose.
You
I
followed
think I
the
fi-
Imperial. You followed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I followed the
You followed
Imperial.
Imperials.
Uh,
I did that the first time I played through, and I'm like, screw this. Nope. I
Yeah.
did the exact same thing.
I don't even.
So-
I've never seen anybody follow the Imperial.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I know.
that being said, since I'm not very far into the game and I don't really know where I left off, I think that whenever the remastered edition comes out, I'm probably gonna get it.
You're going to add it to your backlog.
See.
No, I'm gonna play it.
Exactly.
It's not gonna be in the backlog. It's gonna be played.
See,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm going to get it for the Xbox One. I'm going to get it for $4.99 on Steam the summer sale.
And play the exact same
and play the
thing.
exact same thing except with better graphics from a few mods.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I know.
Go on the Nexus and find some hopping things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But hey, consoles will have mods and stuff now on it.
yeah,
in
that's
addition
an
to the-
interesting
With the DLC.
thing that they're starting to
Which consoles?
bring that to.
Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
Not the PS2.
Not the PS2.
Bummer.
Guitar Hero.
We should start a Twitter
Gosh.
campaign to get.
No.
Yeah,
no.
no.
Stop that right now.
All right. Then the guy who worked on the first Dishonored game came out and introduced a game that he's working on that's completely new.
Prey.
Prey.
Mhm. I don't understand the concept or what's
I have
going
no
on,
idea
but
what's
it
going
looks
on.
really cool.
Yeah.
It looks
that's what I was
gorgeous.
thinking too.
It's a nice opener for an IP.
And
Yeah.
this, I think it's from the
feels
same
familiar.
company, Visceral Games.
Yeah, it feels
Yeah, it was the
familiar.
one-
Which
it was the
they
one
do
in-
Dishonored as well. So
no,
they
it's Arcane.
Right. Sorry, that's what I meant.
Visceral's-
Arcane. Visceral's completely different.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's EA.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, Arcane does both. They do Dishonored and now
Well,
Prey
they-
as well. So
they
they probably are
apparently-
split.
I was gonna say, yeah, they mentioned that there's
Yeah.
one in Sweden and one in I wouldn't say Houston, but I have no idea.
Austin, I think
Austin,
it was.
yeah.
But right,
Yeah,
but
Austin.
about like they are very good at telling stories and letting you and your
Letting
your
you screw it up.
choices, influence the
Yeah.
outcome of the game. Which I love that. I love games that do that.
Your morally bankrupt
yeah.
decisions ruined these people's lives.
You murdered that one dude that one time. Yeah, that's gonna come back to bite you in the butt.
But yeah, Prey looked really good. It felt familiar. I felt like I think it's a good mark for a new IP when it feels familiar.
It
Like,
feels familiar,
like-
but it's not.
but
like
it's not.
the
You
same
can't pinpoint it to anything
beaten
specifically.
track.
But you're like, I feel like I kind of know this a little bit, and so you're already like,
You're like, okay,
You're
this-
already
This
down
feels
for it.
at home.
I feel like
Yeah.
that goes like with anything like games, movies,
Mm-hmm.
TV shows. If it's something that you feel like, not that you've seen it before, but just like, this feels a little bit familiar.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think that's a good mark for a good game, and I'm definitely interested, and I'll be paying attention.
Ed, you said, what did you say about Prey? You said it kind of looks like.
It's the one where his eye is bloodshot.
Yeah. I was saying it kind of reminded me of Dead Space. I mean,
Mhm.
I was just gonna say
from the
something
guy
like
who
that.
played like 5 minutes of Dead Space.
and then turned it off because you couldn't take it.
Because I'm not sure if the guy's going crazy, but he just looks like he's either really tired or crazy.
Yeah, but it
It also looks like he's like being experimented on.
Yeah, no,
yeah, that
yeah.
or like something to do with time
So
time
who's
travel,
Morgan?
that sort of thing.
He's always like, "Good morning, Morgan."
Yeah.
No,
And it was the same
And it was
day.
the same date, same time.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
when he
probably
was, like,
it's like a
looking-
simulation or something like that.
I
don't
thought
know.
when he was
Like
looking
real
at the
life.
glass thing and then it flickered, I thought there was like a person behind it. Maybe that's just me making up things, but that's how I took it. I was like, oh, someone's on the other side of the glass.
Will we watch this next time and see?
We could.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm totally wrong, but
Later.
I'd say from
I
my
think you were right. Actually.
from me who hasn't played any of these games before,
I
probably.
hope you haven't
But-
played Prey.
No, I'd say this is the one that stuck out the most to me. It was like, oh, I thought it was the coolest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that's just me.
it did look really intriguing for sure.
That was really like so far today across both conferences. That's the only new announcement. Like everything has
Fee.
been. Okay, yeah. Well,
But
yeah,
that's an
but
indie
that's
game.
indie, so I don't
So
feel like
it doesn't really.
it's a
count.
new AAA game.
Right.
Don't tell Fee it doesn't count.
I'm sorry, Fiesta.
don't put Fee in a corner.
But yeah, Prey looks awesome. Do you guys know anything about the Doom snap map?
It's probably just like Forge for Halo.
I
I'm,
was gonna
I'm
say,
assuming
I bet it's just multiplayer stuff for Doom.
you make your
Yeah.
maps.
I had never heard of it, and then they were talking about new modes, variants, and different stuff like that in their new DLC, Unto the Evil.
Sounds
It
like
looked
a happy
interesting.
time for the whole
I
family.
mean, they're just announcing their next steps, which is like,
Right.
you know, new DLC.
Which for a
new
new game
content,
makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah. Like-
I mean, the game was just recently released, so.
I
well,
just think of like Doom Snapchat. And
That's what I
I've
thought, too.
definitely sent a couple of those.
what?
He sent some dooming
few of those
Snapchats
earlier.
from hell.
Got a few of those earlier.
True.
All from-
But it, yeah.
While we're not like on a specific topic right now, can I just point out that like the Quakers are pacifists and like the Quaker is like, or the Quake is like the first game, and that just really bothers me.
I don't even want to comment on that.
All right, and just moving right along.
Okay,
from that
yeah.
one.
So
They didn't fight in the Revolutionary War.
and
Thanks,
then,
Ed. Yeah,
then,
history.
then they announced a DLC for Elder Scrolls Online, the Dark Brotherhood.
Yay.
Yeah.
All 20 people care about it. Yeah. I'm just kidding.
It
They have
actually looked
7
kinda
million
cool.
players,
It
apparently.
looked kind of cool. It actually looked kind of
Yeah,
cool.
I didn't know it was actually still thriving.
I like the thing about the crabs though. That was fun.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah,
that was
the
funny
crab-
editing. That was really
Yeah.
funny editing.
Yeah, like when all the stats, like so
and
many
then
monsters
a
killed.
lot
blah,
of
blah,
Props
a
to
lot
that
of
guy.
crabs.
blah. Yeah, and then just
gone.
shots of the crabs getting killed.
Everybody
Which I
murdered
killed a few
kills
crabs.
I mean, duh.
But
I'm pretty sure they're like the intro enemy.
actually, no, like they're not even. They don't attack you unless they're.
It's
It's like
provoked.
fighting a zombie in Minecraft.
The zombies actually attack though. It's
No,
like
they're
fighting.
just
A,
like-
it's like fighting a pig in zombie. No, a wolf. A wolf in Minecraft.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
All right,
Um,
next.
Then their whole thing with their one Tamriel, with no level restrictions, all content open to all level players.
I understand
and stuff
that-
like
that
People
may-
are gonna be upset about it.
No, yeah.
Whatever.
I think it's a fine thing in the long run because what it makes is it makes it like your level 100 mage dude that's been spending his life on this
Yeah.
that finally found a real friend is like, hey, get this game, and he's like, okay, and he gets the game and he's level 1.
Yeah.
They can play together right
And
away.
they can go to anywhere.
So
They
wait,
want.
real
Yeah,
quick
you
to
know,
me, once again, who hasn't played this game, is this the RuneScape kind of thing? Like, come to the wilderness.
Basically, yeah,
kinda
it's the
thing?
MMO.
Yeah.
with a
Where
lot,
you're-
with probably less scamming.
Yeah.
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 So it's like
You gotta just
are
get that
really gonna have
99
to
wood
worry
cutting there.
about like, oh, well, I shouldn't hang out with this dude who's way more powerful than me.
No, it just
I don't. Can you murder other players in that? I'm sure.
I
they're,
haven't
like,
tried.
I
I'm
bet
sure
there's
you
I bet there's a
could.
Yeah.
PvP zone. I bet there's
Probably. There
I-
always is in
yeah.
that sort of.
either
MMO,
PvP
RPG
servers
sort
or
of thing.
PvP.
I have played it,
Nah.
but I'm not very far into it.
Right.
I've done just like a lot of personal side quests.
Gotcha.
Stuff.
He's done the tutorial 8 times.
It's like,
I've
I
actually
really
done
wanna
it
know
twice.
the basics
I've
of
actually
the game
done
now.
the tutorial
Still
twice.
don't know how to walk forward. I've been walking. I've been walking to the left.
No, here's
For
how it
9
went.
months.
I created a character that I didn't really like, but I wanted to play the game, so I was like, "Oh, screw it." And I played the tutorial, and then I realized it was really late, and I needed to get up for work in the morning, so I was
So
like,
you
"Okay,
just
I'm
didn't
gonna stop
save.
and stuff." No, I saved, and then when I loaded the game back up, I was like, I don't like that character, so I deleted him and I started over.
Okay,
That's kind of how that
That
went.
doesn't really count as.
Fair
I mean,
enough.
you did play it twice. That doesn't count as playing it. It's like you played twice the same character. That's playing.
Right.
Anyway, just next.
And then some cool VR stuff they were talking
Hey,
about.
the future of
Gaming.
sure.
It'll be great in 5 years when it's
Yeah.
not a cumbersome strap-on
Which
helmet.
I've heard some interesting
Headbutt.
things about that. You know, this might be like the next entertainment type system that you end up putting in your house that you need an extra room for. Like when people
What?
are searching for houses, they're gonna be like, has to have room for VR. So
Oh, because there's like sensors and
yeah,
stuff
you have to
that
set
you
up
place
sensors in the
around
room, and you have to like
Right.
this and that. And I
That's
find that
interesting.
interesting, but at the same time, I also feel like that might be one of the biggest crippling points for VR. I think VR would be
They
really
can get
cool.
around that. I feel
Yeah.
like
I mean,
pretty easily
There's
as technology.
you're talking about
progresses.
like hand motion and stuff added with VR, because
Yeah.
like you're talking
Yeah.
like complete VR. The VR that I see for the next few years is just going to be the headset with the
Yeah.
gyroscope, so you can look around
and
with
you
it.
just plug in like a controller to it. and-
Yeah, and you're just playing on a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I see
Which-
happening.
there was
Or at best, it's like a Wii and nunchuck like thing.
Yeah.
With where it's just sensing if you like shake it.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not talking
Right.
like you're not like
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
like you turn it over. You know, like or, you
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
know, nothing too like.
That being said, there was one cool like concept piece I saw for VR once. This is kind of going off on a quick little tangent. I'll make it quick. But do you hear of virtual desktop?
Sure.
Essentially, the idea is that you plug in the VR headset into your computer, and then you can like the headset is basically your Windows desktop. You look around, and
That'd
it
make me nauseous.
yeah.
I don't need to see
I'll
my
have to
icons
show. I'll have to show you.
3
I'll have,
inches away.
I'll have to show you.
Yeah,
that
I know.
sometime.
I see what you're saying. It could be
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
Chrome. Gosh.
But yeah,
That's
Bethesda
axed.
Bethesda VR talking about Fallout 4 and Doom both being released in VR, and I
Right.
think that was
Doom
some
in
of their,
VR
like-
would be interesting.
I would be horrified. That would be like, I just got blood all over my face. Holy crap.
Yum 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 yum.
yeah. And then they had their
Mm,
whole
good.
extended event thing, which I'm pretty sure is just like their own personal E3 coverage of their
Quake
different stuff.
Con
Quake
or
and
whatever.
Whatever.
stuff.
Anyway,
But
next thing.
anyway, after they got through all of that, they spent a whole buttload of time on Dishonored 2.
Yes, they did.
Which
it was like
sweet.
Bethesda and Dishonored.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
They
know,
spent
Juno
a
or
like
whatever.
30-minute portion of time on
Yeah.
that. Like
Creating a new engine, the Void engine for the game.
and it looks beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how the game
Ed?
starts and ends.
What's your
in-
take on it?
I thought it looked pretty.
Thank you.
But I will say, when I originally went into it, looking at it, I wasn't a huge fan of like the superpower things.
Oh,
know.
like
Like the
like
blink.
the
The blink
domino and
I
the
mean,
shadow
it's
walk and
it's
stuff
not
like that.
bad, but I guess that wasn't what I was expecting.
This is one thing
But
I've noticed.
That's alright. It
This
could be
is-
cool.
This is one thing I've noticed with Ed. He's not really a huge fan of anything that is outside of normal human capacity. Like he doesn't.
He
like,
also hates animals.
Yeah, well, he doesn't like the Planet Dawn of the
Planet
Planet of the Apes
yeah.
movies. I think you said you like Transformers, but you don't. You've always told me that you don't like the idea of like, oh, the humans need help from outsiders to protect themselves type stuff.
We're just gonna
Okay,
nuke
I,
everything.
yeah, I,
And you also don't. Like you were saying, you weren't expecting or really into the magic stuff. So I kind of feel like Ed's one of those type of people
But
that.
Ed, you
just
love
likes-
Lord of the
I
Rings,
well,
don't
okay,
you?
I'd say I wouldn't put it that I don't like magic. I kind of see a movie and kind of think of it in my head, and if it's not as cool as I thought, then I'm disappointed. Like
So
for
it's
me
your
with-
expectations.
real quick
Yeah.
with Destiny, how I heard it explained or somehow
Was
what I came up
picturing.
with. I was thinking 3 people. One's like your COD kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
One's a magic kind of person. The other one's a sniper.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you had to be like those 3 classes. And for me, I came up with this whole picture of like, oh, how would they work together and like fill things. And then when I saw it, and it was all like more Halo shooting kind of things,
Yeah,
just
the
different
classes were
projectiles.
very subtle,
I
basically.
mean, it's not a bad game, but
I
it
think they
just
should have
wasn't
had more class
what I
diversity,
really
like,
expected.
Set line class diversity.
and
Honestly, the
classes
games that we're playing right
need
now,
more.
like
Yeah.
Overwatch and
I-
Battleborn,
I-
just your ability.
those are more like the kind of
side
classes
conversation.
that I
Right.
was thinking.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why I like these ones so much.
I think that they
That's
should have had
interesting,
weapon restrictions.
right.
Like, not everybody can
only the Titan can use a
use a
shotgun or,
or-
something.
yeah,
like that,
something
or a
like
rocket
that.
launcher.
Yeah. Or yeah, and then like make legendary equipment fulfill the role of like, oh, you can equip rocket launcher, you know, like,
Right.
because
Mhm.
you have this. So
Mhm.
then you could fill roles that weren't, you know, but that's only when you like get end game legendary stuff.
But that's Destiny, not Bethesda.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
It feels bad, man. Sad.
Which,
Yeah.
despite all this, Destiny's a fun game. But we're talking about Dishonored 2.
Oh.
The world looks beautiful. You start in Dunwall, you end in Dunwall, but most of the game takes place in the new place, Karnaca, I think is what they were saying.
Yep.
And the interesting choice that you can play is either Corvo or Emily, which Noah, you were saying that you didn't see Corvo and Emily as father and
I had
daughter.
no idea. Like,
And you've beaten the game, right? You
I
played all the
have.
way through.
Surprise!
I've played it twice.
You're a father.
Yeah, I was like,
You have a kid.
what? So I guess like
They
they never really. I
had
may
a
have
kid.
been somehow not paying attention to that.
His
Fact.
vision was blurry with the bloodlust.
Yeah, I was like,
When
I just want
everybody-
to kill some people.
You said you played the game twice. Did you go super stealth and then
I
just murder
tried.
everyone?
So the first time I played through, I just murdered everyone. I didn't care. I was just like, I just want to play through. I want to see how the
Shank.
story is going, and
Shank.
just murder everyone. And then the second time, I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it a little bit calmer, a little bit stealthier.
Didn't Incom did it.
No, it's quite hard. to do
That's
that.
very much your. It is hard. It was annoying to get.
and I'm very impatient, and so like if
Yeah.
if I have to take more than 5 tries to kill one to get around one guy to not kill him,
that's the
I'm done.
worst.
I'm not.
I
gonna
think
do it.
I
I'm
think
going
I
to kill
could
him.
I think I could get through the game, not killing anybody. But
There's a huge achievement.
I
to
think
do
I
that
could
too.
do that, but I don't think I could play any of the Splinter Cell games.
Oh gosh, I have played one of those.
Oh, I hate those games. God.
Multiplayer is somewhat fun, but like,
Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah. But yeah. So
It looks really cool.
yeah, both the characters are fully voiced.
Yeah,
Because Corvo was the
Corvo
silent
was like
protagonist, right?
he says like 5 lines I think in the whole game basically.
I mean, isn't his face messed up?
No, he just has a mask on
Nah,
the
his
entire
face
time. Well, all right.
Yeah, and
Well,
then it
Bane
takes.
says a lot of lines.
I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Or your body? Yes,
Now you have to say the bananas one.
bananas.
Yeah.
We are giving bananas back to the people.
Anyways, so and then
joke that only we think is
Yep,
funny.
and I know.
and then so yeah, it takes place 15 years after the original game. Comes out. The game comes out November
This
11th,
November,
2016.
It looks
11th.
and all of the new stuff that they're doing with it just looks amazing. From the new like time shift thing that you can do
Oh, yeah.
somehow.
My
The
first
abilities
comment
are
was,
cool.
did they make the game twice?
Yeah.
And this
If
is,
so-
oh boy, howdy,
this is
that's
really
a lot.
interesting because like that's a
That's
very valid
awesome.
question. It's just interesting that that's the question that Grant asks. That's
It
very
is,
much an
but
engineer thing
That's
to
not
say.
work.
Yeah, but maybe it's only in certain levels that you can
That's
do.
what I was thinking, like in
I'm assuming.
certain locations and
Mhm.
stuff. But if it's like one of your generic on the belt things,
Right.
I feel like it wouldn't be that difficult to recreate the same
no,
environment.
no, it's
two
it's
different
not
times?
difficult to create the basic structure because you're just copying pasting without any like textures.
Mhm.
But then if you want it to look good,
Yeah.
you have
You
a
have
lot
to
of
add
texture.
other different things.
Texture,
to
and then
it.
you got,
Right.
and then in the 2 different times you have enemy spawns and
Yeah.
AI that you have to figure out, and then you
Yeah.
have to figure out how to mesh these 2 together. So when you're switching in time, it works.
Right.
You know, like
Yeah.
so like you can't just play the entire game in one timeline. You know, like,
Mhm. Yeah.
to
Exactly.
make it worthwhile to be an ability.
Yeah.
So,
That's a mechanic I haven't seen at any other.
yeah, I want to.
I've seen like time reversal stuff.
Tracer.
what do you call it? I was actually thinking Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Don't worry, love. Cavalry's here.
I really want all the other characters to get a voice line that's like, "Don't worry, love, the cavalry."
Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
No, like just like
Yeah.
everybody says that line.
But yeah, so
Reaper.
Bethesda had a pretty strong.
worry, love.
But yeah, so Bethesda had a pretty strong show.
Yes, they
it was
did.
very good. I enjoyed it. Wasn't as diverse as I thought it would be, but that being said, don't know what I really expected
Yeah.
for it to be very diverse because Bethesda's Bethesda, and
They do what they want.
Fallout 4,
You know what I
Dishonored
just
2,
realized?
all that type of stuff.
Or already, EA's thing was like, earlier. No Dead Space.
No Dead Space.
Dead
Oh.
Space. Not that I
Didn't they
think
say they
that
were
that-
done with those though?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
they said they were done with Gears of War or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
they did say
so
that.
you know what they say doesn't
They
mean
also
Hey.
said they were
jack.
done with Halo after Reach. Well, to be fair, it was a different.
The Bungie.
Yeah, Bungie's like, we
signed
done.
off.
We
well,
done.
but like half the creative team like jumped ship and like
Went to
still worked
343,
on.
yeah.
Yeah.
and,
but anyway.
and then the other half
made
made
Destiny.
and sad.
a disappointing release.
I think
game.
you would actually enjoy Destiny.
Oh, no, I think I
now-
would,
Yeah,
but
now
the
with
thing
all
is-
the DLC that
Yeah.
comes packaged as one whole.
I just don't see a point to buying it.
To play with us, man.
Maybe it's $10.
What?
Go to GameStop.
Okay, we'll talk about this later.
Does it come with all the DLC?
All right, so
For
that
$10?
wraps
Pretty
up
much.
day one.
Pretty much, or it does.
Oh.
That wraps up day one of E3 2016.
Wait, could
tune in-
I like totally drag this out just a
Go for
second
it.
longer?
Sure, go for it.
I'm just thinking about this whole like time travel thing,
Mm.
or well, not time travel, but you know, in
Time jump
Dishonored
sort of
2,
thing?
yeah, they have that whole like you can kind of see one like.
Is
either
it a
the past
I'm
or
not
the
sure if it's a
future.
timeline
Or if it's
I'm not sure if it's
reality
if it's a parallel timeline or
Right.
if it's in the past.
Yeah.
What if you had like a 5-round game that was this team deathmatch and you get 1 life per round? So you
Oh.
start the first one and then the next one you can go back in time to the previous round to like
Save
kill-
yourself.
to like
So you can win
save
previous
yourself
games?
or kill the person who was about to kill you.
Kill yourself.
I mean, honestly, I
didn't
didn't
that
think
one
this
YouTube
all the way
channel
through,
do
but-
that something like that? We'll show him that video.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? It was
Corridor Digital.
yeah, Corridor
did-
Yeah.
Digital, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll show you that.
Yeah,
Get
we'll show you.
freaking trippy.
Hey, what's going on here? Is this the new Injustice game?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the trailer for
Hey.
it. Yeah, I saw that this morning. You
That's-
guys haven't seen it.
No, I'll watch it later.
Yeah.
All
All right,
right.
anyway, so yeah, tune in tomorrow.
Supergirl. Yeah.
Different
Supergirl's
shows.
a gorilla?
We've got in order. Microsoft will be in the morning. PC Gaming Show will be later in the afternoon, as well as Ubisoft, and then Sony in the evening. It'll just be Grant and I for the first two, I believe. We might get Noah in on
On
Ubisoft.
one of
We
the
don't know, depending on what
Later
time you
ones.
get.
Right.
Yeah, but you will definitely, hopefully, be here for Sony.
I will. Yes.
Okay, and then Ed, you're
And
definitely invited to come for Sony as well if you want. You don't have to,
We'll see.
but you're welcome to.
I may be working.
PlayStation 2, man.
Exactly.
You never know.
No, it's no. Oh, never mind.
Guitar Hero
I'm not
3
gonna break
Remastered.
Ed's heart.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Anyways, all right. Well, thank you guys.
Stop being mean.
Thank you guys for listening to this episode of the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Tune in tomorrow. You can follow the podcast on Twitter at Chocolate Dollar, like us on Facebook, subscribe to us on iTunes, or subscribe to us on Podcast Republic if you're an Android user.
And if you don't
Comment
want
and
to wait,
share.
just call us directly 911, or if you're in Singapore 999, and
You know, honestly,
say
most of
there's
the-
a man
most-
about to kill me, and we'll know it.
Most of the rest of the world is like 999.
You can also
999.
send an email
Nine?
to
Is it in
chocolatedollarpodcast@gmail.com.
Gosh.
Have you guys
Okay.
seen that 10-hour version of Hitler saying 999?
All right, what-
Okay,
Bye.
thank you guys. Chocolate Dollar
Chocolate
signing
Dollar out.
off.
Leave.
Thank you for listening to the Chocolate Dollar Podcast. Check in next time.